Have you had your credit pulled and all of a sudden started receiving phone calls and text and emails from just unsolicited spammers? If so, you are a trigger lead. And in this video, we're going to go over what a trigger lead is and how do you prevent it. So stay tuned. All right. How many of you have applied to have a mortgage and going through the pre-approval process, and when the lender pulls your credit, all of a sudden, sometimes within minutes, you start receiving unsolicited phone calls? This thing right here starts blowing up. This is a trigger lead. So let's figure out what's going on. The credit bureaus are in the business of data, right? Or data, depending on where you're at. I call it data. They profit when you pull your credit and they provide you your credit report from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Those are the three bureaus that we use on the lender side. They also profit from selling your data to trigger lead providers, people that are buying your information from them so they can contact you when you're getting your credit pulled for mortgage related reasons, like when you're trying to get pre-approved. So in order to stop that, there's a few things we can do. One of them, and this is a big one, is go to a website called Opt Out Prescreen. And we'll put it up here on the screen for you, and I'll also put it down below in the notes. Opt Out Prescreen. This is something that you can do to opt out of having your data sold for at least 5 years. So very, very important to do it up front. Realtors, if you're watching this, a lot of times y'all are the first line of defense. A lot of times you'll be talking to potential home buyers well before I get to talk to them as a lender. So have them sign up, because there's a delay. There's usually about 3, 4, 5 days that it has to go by before it actually updates in the system and it works. And I know this works because earlier this year, we were purchasing a house and I filled out the opt-out pre-screen well before I had my credit pulled. And sure enough, didn't receive a single phone call, didn't receive a single text or email from people soliciting me. So I know it works. And then also you can get on the do not call list. I believe it's donotcall.gov. I don't know how well that works, but it's worth doing. You know, it doesn't cost anything. It's worth doing. So trigger leads are, in my mind, like the scum of the earth in our industry. I do not condone it as a fellow loan officer, but I love to give people tips along the home buying journey to try to make it as painless as possible. And this is definitely a big tip, especially here in late 2022, where purchase volume has been kind of down this year and people are getting more desperate and trigger leads are becoming more apparent as people are just looking for business. They're looking for business and they're doing it any way they can. So hope you found this valuable. Talk to y'all next time.